265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
All right, have a great broadcast, J-Mo.
Welcome to the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Today's show is broadcast live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue and brought to you by Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. Texas Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. TFNB, your bank for life. The official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Baylor Scott and White Health, the official hospital and healthcare system of Baylor Athletics. Your healthcare, your way. HEB, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly serving Texans since 1905. Rudy's Barbecue, the home of real Texas barbecue. Now, here's your host, the voice of the Baylor Bears, John Morris.
And hi and welcome. It's the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's on the Circle in Waco. Another great hour ahead for you. We appreciate your being with us tonight. Those of you watching on our live stream, always available on the Baylor Athletics YouTube channel. Those of you listening on our flagship station in Waco, and those of you in attendance, nice crowd here this evening. Thank you very much for being here. And folks, join me in welcoming our leadoff guest this evening. Baylor women's tennis coach Joey Scrivano is here. Welcome to you.
Thanks a lot, John.
I appreciate you being here with family in tow. Great to see. I haven't seen Courtney in months. I mean, since she left us and went to campus, but nice to see Courtney.
Yeah, she's a Baylor fan through and through, so
that's for sure.
Yes.
Very good. All right, well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Big news, really, very timely that you're here, back from the EA Texas Regionals, and you had a doubles team that won it. You said didn't drop a set.
Yes.
And with that, they advanced to the NCAA Doubles Championships.
Yeah, they're one of only 32 teams that make that final cut, and it's a big deal. It's, there's so many good doubles teams out there, and for them to win in the Texas region, which is considered, the toughest region, really fantastic. So proud of them. They were very deserving, and it's great to see kids that put in hard work.
Nice, very good
results.
Well, the team was Na Dong, correct pronunciation?
That's right.
And Zuzana Kabaha.
That's right.
Right?
Exactly. You got it. You
got
got it.
Right.
Well done.
I learned that from her.
Yes.
So congratulations to them, and they must have played lights out through the regionals.
Yeah, they played together at the All-American tournament a couple of weeks ago, and you could see that the chemistry was coming together. They were really playing, just smart doubles. They were playing together, and that's a big part of doubles. A lot like beach volleyball. You have to have a setter and a spiker, and they were doing that really well. And I felt like they could have won the All-American the way they were playing. And thankfully, it came together at regionals, and they just got better with every match. And in the final against the Horned Frogs, they played their best tennis. So that was exciting.
Great. And forgive me for not knowing this. Have they played together before this year?
No, we just put them together at the start of the fall.
Wow.
So just,
okay.
About 6 weeks ago, we started experimenting, and we felt like they were just a really good combination.
Yeah.
So
that chemistry, I would think, to develop it that quickly and play that well together, how rare is that?
Yeah, it's I think it helps that they've been in our system for a while. Susanna's been with us for 2 years now, and Na has had a full season under her belt, including some summers. So they just understand the way great doubles is played. When you get to that point, then it's just a matter of what return side you're comfortable on, and then it's just that connection, that human connection. So, yeah, just great timing, and really happy for them.
Good. So they will go to Orlando in November and compete for an NCAA championship.
Exactly.
There.
Yeah. Just it's a small field. It's hard to advance. It's harder than ever. In the past, you would have an entire season to make that cut.
Right.
And now it's you really just have a few events to qualify. So, now it's about getting some other players in there, some other teams, doubles teams in there, and some singles players as well. That's the goal for the rest of the fall.
Oh, good. There are still how many opportunities to qualify?
Yeah, there's a few more events. One being the sectional championships and the Masters. So those will give our players some kind of last-minute opportunities to advance. So, yep.
And this is the nationals that are coming up. This would be the singles and doubles nationals coming up in Orlando. It's what we hosted last year.
That's right. Exactly.
And Baylor hosted the individuals, the singles, doubles, and then in the spring hosted the team championships.
Yep.
But this year it's split, right?
It's split,
locations.
Yeah, I guess Georgia couldn't handle the load, So
there you go.
But no, we really set the bar high. I think obviously I'm very biased, but I feel like last year's championship here at Baylor was as good as any championship that's ever been hosted, and it's a real tribute to our amazing community and our staff at Baylor. They just work so hard. So. But hey, we'll make the best of it in Orlando, and my kids are excited. They want to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So is it Disney World or Land? I don't know.
It's Disney World in
over
Orlando.
there. Yeah,
yes.
in Orlando. So they were pumped when the girls qualified. So
that's good motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for them. That'll be great. And that comes up when in November?
That's November 18th through the 23rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So right around the corner.
That'll be cool. So Na and Susanna together. Doubles team won the Texas Regional. What is it? I mean, you coached for a long time. What is it that makes a really good doubles team or doubles players? What makes players good as doubles?
Yeah. Well, I mean, 80% of it is the serve and return. You have to be really strong in those two areas. And then that other 20% is your volleying skills, just understanding the game, positioning. The keys are you got to be really positive. You got to understand your positioning. And you got to play the percentages, the 3 Ps. So those two players really get that. Our entire team does. And I'll say this, our entire team, that was a big win for our entire team because, when a player wins a championship, they're practicing with other players. And those other players really helped prepare them to win that. So it's really a testament to every young lady on our team.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Have you had some student athletes come through that are obviously better singles players and some that maybe really rise to being better doubles players?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it is, the doubles game is definitely more of a north-south game. So if you have good instincts moving forward, coming to the net, you're going to be better in doubles.
Okay.
And then singles is definitely more lateral movement. So, there's players that definitely will tend a little more on the double side. But like I said, it's serve and return is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's why we spend a lot of our time working on those two areas.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think of going back to Zuzana Zimanova, won an NCAA championship in singles. Did she play doubles also?
Yeah, she was an All-American in doubles.
Oh, both. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Obviously, she's really good at both.
Yes.
Have you ever had anybody that was really, really good in singles? You tried in doubles and it just didn't work?
Yeah, I mean,
no names.
No, typically, if you're a good tennis player,
you can do both.
You can do both.
I got you.
Yeah. It's the net sometimes is the issue because if a player's afraid of getting hit with the ball, it's hard to be a good doubles player because the ball's going to come in really fast.
Right.
But if they can overcome that fear of getting hit at the net and understand positioning, they'll be good in doubles. Yeah, for sure. I love doubles. It's a little more complex game than singles to coach because you have the two players and then you got to scout two players. But it's a great game. I wish pro tennis was actually highlighting doubles more.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations to them qualifying for the NCAA Doubles Championships in Orlando coming up in November. We're off and running on the Baylor Coaches Show. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more in just a moment with Joey Scrivano, Baylor women's tennis coach. It's the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank, and we'll be right back after this.
A bank in any town, USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC. Proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green, haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma. Built to take you wherever the road leads, on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's. We appreciate our hosts at Rudy's. Always great to come here in the fall every Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. Central Time. And thanks to our hosts here at Rudy's. Continuing with Joey Scrivano, Baylor women's tennis coach. One thing, talking about Na Dong and Zuzana Kabaha advancing to the national championships. That is the 11th time you've had someone advance to nationals, correct?
Yeah, well, it's 11th time we've had a regional champion.
A regional champion, my
exactly.
mistake.
Yeah, but that usually means they're going to nationals.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a good number.
Yeah. That's a good number. We'll take it.
It's really good. All right, stay with the number 11. You have a recruiting class coming in that has been ranked number 11 in the nation. That's terrific.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We were able to recruit I just call her MJ. It's just easier to remember. But MJ from Taiwan, who's been a fantastic player. She actually won one of the flights at the Big 12 individuals. And then Luna from Croatia, who's yet to play yet, but she's going to play the next event. And then Ellie is an Oklahoma State transfer who was a sophomore. So really great recruiting class. We're really pleased with them. And they're going to be the future of the program. So, yeah, really exciting.
Very good. Sound like a great class, and y'all did well, even with one less coach now on your staff and a new associate head coach.
Yeah. You know, it was obviously really hard to lose Lenka and Patricia. You know, they were great coaches for us. Lenka played here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was our associate head coach for the past 5 years. So, you know, can't say enough about how much she's helped us to get the program where it is right now. And then Patricia's the same. You know, she was just fantastic and really helped move the program forward. So, you know, but they're off to the next chapter of their lives, and they're doing really well. But we have Coach Dave Watts, who came in from Our Lady of the Lake, built a powerhouse program down there, and he's a real developer of talent. I mean, he was really, you know, he started off in junior tennis, working with young players, making them into high-performance players, which is really hard to do. That's really the nuts and bolts of coaching, is taking a younger player from scratch and helping them get to that tournament level. And I think he's one of the best developers in the country, so we're really fortunate to have him here. He's
Very
been
good.
a huge help.
Those are some significant changes. I mean, you've been here a long time, but to lose basically your staff and get a whole new staff coming in is a big change.
It's a big change, yeah. And, you know, you just got to keep constantly evolve and adjust. And you know, that's been that's the norm, really, you know, in this role. You, as the head coach, you're going to have to there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of variables, and you have to stay with that evolution. You know, you can't be wishing it was the way it was in the past. You got to just deal with it. So, we're really thankful for not only the coaches we have and that have helped us in the past, but the ones we have here now. But there's a lot of support staff too, as you know. We have Andrew Sherbine here.
Mm-hmm.
He's our sports program supervisor. He's been amazing. He's helped so much in his short time with the program. We have Christine Limbers, who is a professor at Baylor, psychology professor, and she's been so generous with her time in helping us from the sports psychology standpoint. And then, of course, Missy Maurer, who helps our team as our team chaplain. And, these are people that are very generous with their time and willing to help our student athletes. So that's the Baylor way. It's all about people and supporting, and we're just blessed to have them. Yeah.
So, Christine, that's new, isn't it? Have you had
new.
someone in that role before?
No. It's we've had some consultants in the past, and they've been great. They've helped as much as we've kind of needed them. With Christine, it's different because she's really immersing herself in the program. She's at practice.
Nice.
She's getting to know the players. She's fascinating because she played tennis collegiately, was a heck of a player. Her daughters play, her twin daughters play, and she's watched our team play a lot over the years. So she's come into this and really has a good feel for our program and our athletes, and then just has an amazing amount of experience. So yeah, really thankful for her. Another thing that we're doing that's a lot of fun is that we're we've reached out to our analytics department at Baylor, and we're talking to a professor on that side and trying to bring them in to help us with our analytics.
Wow.
We have a ton of data, and then it's just how do we organize that data and maximize it. In football and basketball, they pay people to do that. In tennis, we have to be creative. We don't have those kind of budgets.
Yeah.
So, but right at Baylor, we have these. There's so many people at Baylor that are willing to help. It's just finding them and then figuring out how to best utilize their abilities. So that's what we're doing right now. We're making the most of all our resources.
How about that? That's really cool. So are you still identifying who those people or that person might be, or are they on board doing the work already?
No, it's really fresh. It just started the conversations, but his name's Joshua Patrick. He's kind of sees what we need, and he believes that there's students that would really love the opportunity to work with us. So it's now just stage one, but stage two will be collecting the data and then figuring out here's the key areas where you need to improve and work on. So obviously we have a feel for that. It's if you've been doing this a long time, you kind of know, but you always want to make sure and double check and verify and make sure you're not missing something, and that's where I feel like analytics can make a difference.
I got you.
Yeah.
Dale Pallmeyer wasn't available. You couldn't get him as your analytics
Good old
guy.
Dale Pallmeyer.
Yeah. What do you think?
He's a bright guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if he could help us
He could
in
do
that
it.
area.
He could definitely do it.
For sure.
Maybe go for a student just to give them experience. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, Nancy definitely could help us.
Nancy
yes,
could
yes.
help for sure.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, let's take a break with Coach Joey Scrivano, Baylor Women's Tennis. We are live at Rudy's. It's the Baylor Coaches Show. Your questions from the audience when we come back, plus a former member of the women's tennis team headed into the Athletics Hall of Fame. We'll talk about that when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
Do you want to earn points while cheering on your favorite Baylor teams? Join Baylor Bold Rewards. Track your attendance on the Baylor Sports app across athletic events and earn points towards prizes and experiences. Download the Baylor Sports app or register online today at BaylorBoldRewards.com and start earning your points today.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Kids can now join the Baylor Cub Club, the official kids club of Baylor Athletics, presented by Green Eye Associates. Fans 12 and under can register for the low cost of $25 and gain exclusive benefits and access to Baylor Athletics events. Members receive free admission to select events, exclusive giveaway access, and their own membership package. To register your Cub, please visit BaylorBears.com/Cub Club. Sign your Cub up today.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
By Central National Bank, we mentioned we are live at Rudy's. Rudy's a proud sponsor of Baylor Athletics. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com for some real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. Don't forget, Rudy's serves breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m. Now, here at Rudy's through the month of September, they had these great cups. Show that cup there, Coach.
Oh, I love that.
And all of these are, there is donations for these cups that go to the flood relief fund in the state of Texas, which is really, really impactful. So they've still got some of these cups available here at Rudy's, and every time you buy one of those, you can make a donation, and it goes to the flood relief fund. So really, really cool, and thanks to Rudy's for doing that. Thanks to Rudy's as our host each and every week. All right, continuing with Coach Joey Scrivano, Baylor women's tennis coach, and we mentioned going to the break, you've got one of your former players headed into the Athletics Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What a great honor for Taylor Ormond.
Yeah, it's amazing. She so deserving, and she was really, truly a great student athlete. She was a 4.0 student. She ended up getting her law degree from Baylor, and then she was this all Big 12 player and one of the winningest players in our program history. Yeah. She won 8 Big 12 titles, was on 2 Final Four teams and 2 quarterfinal teams. So pretty fascinating career, and just I'm so proud of her. You know, and it started off, what's amazing with Taylor, you know, a lot of times when you are recruiting, you meet the family, you know, the family's going to build up the players' abilities, and it's fine. I would too. I got 2 kids. I would build them up, you know, of course, build them up to the moon. But her family was constantly like, hey, Joey, you know, she's not, you know, do you think she's going to play in your top 6?
Oh, really?
She's not that strong. I mean, she's a little uncoordinated. And the whole time I'm like, this kid's going to be amazing. What are you talking about? Yeah. But they were downplaying her, and it's just, you know, really cool that the dynamics she had with her parents. They really were, they were parenting her in a way that she's very humble. Let's put it this way. So yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool. One of the stories, and Jerry wrote about this on the website, BaylorBears.com. You went to, she's from Canada. You went to Canada. Did you go specifically to see her, or were you there for the tournament and happened to spot her?
No, we pinpointed that Taylor was a player we wanted to recruit. And, you know, once I kind of got a recommendation from some other players, some other Canadian players, then I watched her on film, and that time I went to see her in Hamilton, which is really close to my hometown. Yeah. I went specifically to watch her play, and she lost, actually, in the event, but I saw everything I needed to see. She was a great competitor, athlete, big serve, and but really quiet kid. So I didn't really think we were going to get her, actually. But met her parents. That was awesome. They were making the stories, you know, they were making pancakes for dinner. They were making pancakes for dinner, and she was super embarrassed, and I was eating the pancakes like they were going out of style. And but yeah, long story short, she was an amazing athlete for us, and yeah, she's a true Baylor Bear. She loves Baylor, and is always proud to wear the green and gold.
Yeah.
So
Nothing wrong with pancakes at 4 in the afternoon.
No,
There's
not
nothing
at
wrong
all.
with that.
No,
Yeah.
that's Cracker Barrel, right? They do that.
That's right.
So,
That's a good good comparison. Yeah. And then she comes through and has such a great career. 4-time Big 12 champs, 4-time Big 12 tournament champs during her time here.
Yeah.
And as you said, never lower than the NCAA tournament quarterfinals during her 4 years.
Yeah, it was really special time period. And, she's super deserving. That's a Hall of Fame career.
That's great.
Yeah.
The banquet is November 14th, the Hall of Fame induction banquet at the Hurd Welcome Center. And Taylor, part of a tremendous class again this year. All right, questions from the audience. We got one here from Roy, front and center. Roy asked, how would you compare this team to some of your teams from, say, 05 to 2015?
It's a tough
Which
one,
were
Roy.
some really good years.
Roy, you spent a lot of time on that one. You wrote that one like a week ago. And, no, I mean it's really hard to compare, the teams. I think there's some commonalities, with every team that we have every season. There's some things that there's patterns, but at the same time, every team is so unique. There's so many variables that go into it. So I think the biggest thing is we are trying to teach the same principles and same values that we were teaching in 2005 and 2015. That hasn't changed. We believe in, system over trying to be a star, benching an ego. We over me is the biggest thing. When we have athletes that really buy into the team concept, they then end up having Hall of Fame careers. And if you can get a team, 8 to 10 players like that really think that way and they're really humble, you can have an amazing season. So we're hoping, and we're seeing a lot of good things from this year's team that would be a lot like those teams that you're talking about. But ultimately, the season has to play itself out. The athletes have to go through a lot of ups and downs. And that's truly when you find out. When things start getting really hard, you start seeing where are they with their character, and that's where coaching comes in. Coaching comes in when the adversity hits, and that's when the true character building is. You can't outsource character formation. That has to be done through adversity, and that's the whole reason we have sport, is it's for character formation. We're not having sport because of money. That's the wrong reasons. It's about young people really using this as a vehicle to see how much they can grow. So I have high hopes that this team will learn a lot and grow a lot and build a lot of character. So it's exciting. Yeah.
Very good. Good question. Thank you very much. Good answer. Coach, here's a question from the aforementioned Dale Pallmeyer. All right.
That's my father-in-law, by the way.
Yeah, we should mention that.
Yeah.
From the back of the room, Dale asked, from the Peanut Gallery, Dale asked, who has the brightest future in tennis, Nico or Luca?
Oh, boy.
Your two boys.
My two boys?
Great question. Great question.
I'm going to let Coach Dave coaches them. So our associate head coach, Dave Watts, best developer of talent in the country.
Even young talent.
And really good with young talent. He's actually their coach. I'm just the assistant coach and dad. But no, I know it's not a serious question, but I think they have a pretty amazing future, both of them.
Very
right?
cool.
Whether they play tennis or not.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
And they're great boys.
Yeah.
They really are.
They got great grandparents, that's for sure.
That's nice.
And they got the best mom ever.
Oh, man, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Dave, do you want to answer that question? Or you want to sidestep it like Joey did? Oh, there you go. That's a great answer. He says they're going to be doubles champs. So equal footing there between Nico and Luca. How old are they now?
They're about to be – it's all numbers out there. They're about to be 9 and 7.
All right.
Yes.
Very good. Good to have you guys here. What about your schedule? What's the remainder of your schedule here in the fall look like?
Yeah. So we have the HEB Invitational, which we've hosted that tournament annually. That's November 7th through the 9th. So great opportunity for the community to see all these amazing athletes we have on this team. we'll definitely, showcase some of the younger athletes in that tournament. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the Masters tournament that we need to qualify for, and then the sectionals event. And then we'll cap it off with Nationals in Orlando.
Yeah, so, very good.
Yeah, pretty busy fall.
So was last year the first year that we split singles and doubles and team championship? It was, wasn't it?
Exactly.
And Baylor hosted. Looking back on it, not just Baylor hosting, but do you like that? Do you like splitting the singles and doubles and the team?
Yeah, I think it's the best thing for the sport. I don't think it's the best thing for the coaches,
right?
Because it's a lot of work and a lot of stress. You just, I think in the fall, I used to go into the fall and really look at it like we're just going to be building up to the spring, and now because there's so much on the line, and the athletes, you want to see them make nationals and achieve some of their goals. It just adds more pressure. Yeah. So. Courtney said the other day, she's like, you're in spring tennis mode and it's October.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's definitely that's changed things, but I think it's great for our sport. We need to continue to do it.
Yeah, and it changes your scheduling or what you do in the fall.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
No, everything's just ramped up.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So it's I think it's challenging for the strength coaches, the athletic trainers, because you're trying to get the athletes physically ready for the spring, but now you're playing tournaments all the time, and your training blocks are kind of getting compromised. So,
really different.
Yeah, really different.
Cool. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Continued success. Congratulations to Na and Zuzana for advancing to nationals. And, boys, y'all have fun in Orlando, okay? Have a lot of fun and catch some tennis while you're there also. Joey Scrivano, Baylor women's tennis coach, our first guest this evening.
Thank you.
Take a break. Bottom of the hour. Switch gears. Scott Drew joins us when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is
right back.
There's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green, haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma. Built to take you wherever the road leads, on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different, bank Central. Central National Bank, member FDIC, proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
Join us November 13th at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in Waco for our next Lunch with a Legend, presented by Baylor Alumni Sports Outreach. Our special guest will be former Baylor basketball standout and entrepreneur Jim Turner. It's Thursday, November 13th, beginning at 11:30 a.m. at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, and tickets are available now by calling 254-710-8300. Join us as we hear from Jim Turner, November 13th, presented by Baylor Alumni Sports Outreach.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Let's give you our Baylor Scott and White Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics health tip for the week. Don't let pain slow you down. We diagnose and treat sports-related injuries and provide orthopedic services for athletes and non-athletes alike. Visit a Baylor Scott and White Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Specialist and move like you used to. And folks, join us in welcoming Baylor head basketball coach Scott Drew joining us on the set here at Rudy's. Welcome. And like I like to say on every broadcast, and the coach of the 2021 national champion Baylor Bears, Scott Drew, never get tired of saying that.
Never get tired of hearing it either. So that's
right.
a good thing, and hopefully we can add to that.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
How about that? We are going to Indianapolis next week for an exhibition game against Indiana.
Yeah.
And am I okay saying that Ty Beard made it work to stay in the same hotel that you stayed at in the bubble in Indianapolis?
Actually, we were talking about that the other day at practice, and it was pretty neat. We were trying to think, okay, what floor were we on? Can we get the same floor?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but so many great memories, and I mean, how often do you ever spend basically 3 weeks in the same hotel? And
right.
A lot of fond memories from that.
Oh, that is so great. Yeah. Well, you just had an exhibition against your brother and GCU on Friday.
Yes.
Coming out of that, what do you see as the benefits?
Well, a couple things. One, I got to spend time with my brother and dad, and that was a good thing. But the reason we do it is because we can trust them not to pass on too much information to the teams we play early in the year. And then also because they are a good team and well coached, we have an opportunity to get better. And they're moving up to the Mountain West, and as you know, that's been a really good basketball league, and some people haven't picked top 3 in that. So they got a lot of size, a lot of length. We won't see any Big 12 teams that are a lot taller than that, bigger than that. So hopefully that was something that'll help prepare us, because early in the year, it's a marathon, and there's so many areas to improve, but playing someone else shows you what's the immediate things you need to work on.
Can you get things out of an exhibition like that against somebody else that you can't do in an inter-squad, can't learn really from an inter-squad scrimmage?
Absolutely. From the standpoint, you think about it, we're playing 5-on-5, so you gotta match to have it a competitive game. So you really don't get to necessarily sometimes see lineups that you'll see when you're scrimmaging somebody else. And then the other thing is defensively, however you guard, that's what you see and work against pretty much every day. And teams you face are going to have different defenses. So you, when you're getting ready to prepare for someone that's different, you spend a couple days working on going against something else, and then you get to see how you are against that, because whatever your defense is, you should obviously be the best at going against that, because you see it every day.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, now tell me the truth on this. Not that you have never not told me the truth, but did you and Bryce get together and did you tell him, hey, we'd like to work against this, do this against us, throw us a curve and see how we handle it?
Well, one thing we both did was we tried to give a scouting report of how we would guard each of our own players, because when the first game you might catch people by surprise, but that second, third, fourth game, they know who the shooters are, who the shorter closeout guys are, who do you need to be physical with, who's got whatever their go-to moves are, and now you, after you're scouted, how can you best put your players in position to be successful. So we talked about that, and then early on in the year, you just can't cover everything. So just what do you intend to do? What do we intend to do? So at least they're somewhat prepared, because after the first game, they know, okay, if you go zone, it's a 2-3 or a 3-2 or a 1-3-1, and if you press, it's this press. And if you're in man, you're probably hard hedging or trapping ball screens, you're dropping, icing, whatever. Like, so those kind of things we went over, and then we get to hear my dad criticize and pick us all apart.
I would say critique. He would give you a good critique.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was so golden to see the post-game press conference, and it's you and it's Bryce and your dad right between you. That was so cool to have all three of y'all up there.
Well, and that's something that once in a lifetime. So something it's great with being able to always keep pictures in your phone now.
Yeah.
But that's something that I know we'll always remember, and blessed to be able to have that opportunity. The other thing is, I in the tweet I didn't realize, but my dad and my brother and I are up to 1408, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And the Ibas are the only family that has more wins than us, and I don't know exactly where they're at, but the goal is to obviously always finish first.
Right, that's cool. I don't know, I think you're about 200 behind. Does that sound right? 200 wins behind?
200, 300, somewhere in there.
I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But
well, there were 4 IBAs, by the way.
That's right. So you are right there. That's really cool to follow.
Yeah.
So and GCU should have a really good team, and you should have a really good team in year. A lot of wins adding up this year.
And then it gives us something to work on to get ready for the next week or so until we play IU and go from there.
All right, very good. All right, we're off and running with Coach Scott Drew, Baylor men's basketball coach, here on the Baylor Coaches Show. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay with us. We're live at Rudy's on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oilfield trailers? We carry a full line of big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And back with us on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We are live at Rudy's, continuing with Coach Scott Drew, Baylor men's basketball coach. We've got questions from the audience, and I think we'll go to those now because they sort of dovetail off of what we were talking about, okay? So questions from the audience, first from Steve Van Wagner. Steve is right here. And really good question. Last Friday, we were excited to watch a talented group of men who appear to be well on their way to achieving great things for Baylor. Is it just us, or do you feel they are already gelling as a team? Good question.
Good question. Good observation. I think 2 things. One, our staff, you always try your best, but our staff really did a great job in bringing in players that they were who we thought they were as far as people and character. And whenever you have great teammates, high character kids, it makes it easier to gel. And pleased and blessed with their attitude so far and how they put the team first. I think other thing is going to Germany, being in the university games. That was really a blessing to be able to bond overseas. That normally teams that go on a foreign tour that next year, they start off a little bit better because it's an advantage to have practice days, the bonding overseas, in our case, the game experience. So far, I think this team has really worked hard, really gotten along well, been very coachable. Everybody likes their team until they lose. So far, so good, all right?
Love them right now.
Yeah.
That's true. And the Germany tour practices, which were unlimited practices, a little different than a normal foreign tour. And then 6 games over there. Just couldn't have happened. I mean, couldn't have come at a better time, could it?
Yeah, so this was originally scheduled. David Kay had been working with Basketball Travelers and Nell's group back when COVID came, and we were originally supposed to go to China was the next place they were going to have it, and then that got canceled. Then it was supposed to be Russia, and that got canceled. And then we ended up getting to Germany, which is really good, So great experience because we have Michael Rataj from Germany. We've had other players that have from Baylor that have played professionally in that league. So a lot of things that when those vets come back in the summertime, they were talking with their young guys about the experience and just what they were going to go through. But most of all, being able to be in an Olympic-type environment is amazing. You had close to 600 U.S. athletes. You walked out opening ceremony. There's about 30,000 people there. So what a great experience for our guys.
Yeah, really cool. All right, another question from Roy. Did your dad have any suggestions for your team this year after watching the game last week?
Well, my dad usually starts out with the defensive end, and I think the biggest mistake or biggest thing we could work on is on our ball screen defense, you always want to send them to the ball screen, and we got rejected way too many times, so it's led to drives to the rim, and that was one area we'll work on, and hopefully when we play IU, we'll be much better at that area. Offensively, to go 12 for 24 from 3, you're going to take that every day of the week, and then 13-14 free throw line. That's a big improvement for anyone that watched in Germany, because in Germany we struggled from the free throw line. So the guys have worked hard on that, and staff's done a good job with helping put them in pressure situations. And then only 12 turnovers for a first scrimmage is not very bad either. So some good things there. I think that the defensive breakdown on the ball screen defense was probably the biggest thing to improve on.
Very good.
From coach's point of view, and he was accurate. When film didn't lie, he knew what he was talking about.
You got to like that free throw shooting.
Yeah, we take that every day.
Continue that. All right, another one here from Dr. James Wood right here. Forget about basketball, he says. What is your personal best black bass weight?
See, that's a great question, Doc, and I appreciate that. So my dad has the biggest one in the family, since we're talking about Dad. He's got a 10.2. My brother had a 9.25, and I got a 9.5. So anyway, we're all chasing my dad there.
Very cool. Where was that caught? Here in Waco?
Yeah, you go to the Bass Pro and those little windows things, the little we caught them right there in the aquarium.
Inside Bass Pro Shop. Ba-dum-bum. Very good. Heart of Texas Fair is going on. You got it right out there. Very good. All right, let's take a break, and we'll continue with Coach Scott Drew on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. We'll be right back live from Rudy's after this.
The spotlight's back on the Brazzers, and the stage is set at Foster Pavilion. Baylor women's basketball returns with head coach Nikki Collin and a team that knows how to bring the heat. From tip-off to the final buzzer, there's no place louder, rowdier, or more electric than the Foster. Don't just hear about the big wins, witness them. Lock in your seats and fill Foster with green and gold. Purchase your season tickets now at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well, anyone.
Yeah.
Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC. Proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green, haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma. Built to take you wherever the road leads, on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
You're You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Welcome back to the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's. One more segment with Coach Scott Drew. So Roy did the math for us and found out that the Drew family is 225 wins. That's the number. Behind the Iba family. The Iba family, basketball coaching, all-time winningest family, and you guys are second, 225 behind. That's going to be between you and Bryce. That's about 3 seasons away.
I like how you think.
Rack up those wins. Rack them up. So that's really cool. And we got one other question that just came in during the break from Tina Orozco right there. Tina says, my husband and I had the thrill of sitting at your booth at Mi Casitas. That's a famous booth now at that spot.
It's a good place to eat. I tell you what, we're at Rudy's too, and every time you walk in, the smell gets you, doesn't it? In
Yes,
the parking lot, you're like, man, it smells good. So
it gets you, and it stays with you when you leave also.
We got a lot of great places to eat in Waco. We are blessed.
True. Very good. And Tina follows it up by saying, thanks for staying at Baylor. So we can all agree with that. Look at the NBA season begins, I think, a week away, maybe less than a week away. How about some of your guys? You said Jared Butler had 35 last night.
Yeah, so we got a lot of them now. So let's start this way. VJ is really impressed the staff, the team, the vets. I heard really like him, love his work ethic. So and he's played a lot of minutes and done well in the games and opportunities he's had. As far as Jacoby and Eve Missy, both of them really had good first years. Expect them to continue that and have another jump this year. Keontae, we have NBA scouts at our practices every day, so 2 to 3, and they all come through, and then they tell us how our guys are doing. The Jazz were here yesterday, and they said he's like 18 assists, 3 turnovers or something.
Wow.
Really taking care of the ball. His body looks great. Really matured. The game slowed down, so he's doing well. Jeremy with the Spurs. The Spurs were just here, and they're excited for him this year. And I know he's had a hamstring injury he's been dealing with, but also Adam Flagler, they just love him. He's done a great job with them. And Adam Flagler, remember, he won a championship at Baylor. He won a G League championship and an OKC championship, so he's doing well. And then as far as Davion, he signed a great deal with the Heat. They just love how he embraces their culture. Torian Prince is still knocking down threes and doing really well. He's with the Bucks. Royce O'Neal has done a great job with the Suns. He's doing well. I know. Who else are we leaving off? We got so many of them now.
I know. It's a long
We're the only
list.
school to have 5 straight years of a top 19 pick.
Wow.
So that it's not Duke, not Kentucky, not North Carolina. So that's really a good thing. Anyone I'm leaving out? We think
Dave says you got who? Wainwright, Ish Wainwright.
Ish Wainwright. Now him and Jonathan Motley are playing in Israel together.
Huh.
And they're playing on one of the best teams over there and in the EuroLeague. And Ish says nothing changes. I come down the court, I give the ball to Mott, and Mott shoots. He goes just like college.
Different location, same game. How about what's Lace Darius Dunn doing now?
Lace is he is still playing and doing well. He comes back every summer. And as a coach, you love when the players come back and tell you how they're doing basketball-wise. But when you hear how they're doing as a husband, a father, spiritually, how they've grown, that's what really excites you. And Lace has been a great leader for our current guys, and what he pours into them spiritually is really exciting. So it's amazing how he's continued to grow since leaving Baylor and preparing champions for life. But some things never change. He still sees it and shoots it every time he can, and he usually makes them.
That's true. And going into the Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame in November. What a great honor.
Yeah, great honor. And, again, Baylor's all-time leading scorer, second in the Big 12 to Buddy Hield, who broke that record in the Final Four.
Yeah, very cool. So congratulations to Lace. All right, we got a minute and a half left. What about Foster, your first full season in Foster? You've been through there. You've been through a whole cycle. Everything as good as you hoped it would be?
Yeah, it's really a great one-stop shop. They come over, practice, gym, nutrition, weight room. Everything's right there, but what it really does gives us a home court advantage. And thank you all for those that are able to pray for us, that are able to come to the games. I always say you can watch a game or you can affect it. You can watch it on TV or you can be there and affect it, and you guys all affect it by being there. Our players feed off of that energy and excitement, and that's been – you got to win your home games, and the Foster really has allowed us to have a great home court advantage. So thank you all for that.
Nice. And you've got the your Day of Joy coming up tomorrow?
Yeah, so one of my favorite days, and Ty Beard, your son-in-law, puts it on for us. But if you want to explain it a little bit, you've seen it before.
Special Olympians come in, and you guys treat them like rock stars and introduce them, and they run on the floor. And the look.
Well, who introduces them when they run on the floor?
Well, it might be me.
There you go. So that's their highlight right there. They
the look
love
on their face is so cool, and it's just so meaningful. And thanks for doing that. It's just such a life-changing moment for all of them.
It's a blessing to be able to do that and put a smile on people's face and spread a little joy.
Very cool. Look forward to that.
And thank you for coming over and
announcing
them, bringing them out in the starting lineup.
Thanks for asking. Coach, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you all. Can't wait to see you soon.
Coach Scott Drew, Baylor men's basketball. We'll take a break, be back, and wrap things up right after this.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care.
All right, we'll have a little over a minute.
ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the
minute, 5 seconds.
Receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers.
So I'll start you at 30 then.
Okay.
Just know that it's almost a minute when we put you back.
Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hey Baylor fans, game day experiences for the 2025 football season are on sale now. Fans can purchase exclusive experiences online, including on-field photos, sideline access during warm-ups, tunnel access during the team runout, an in-game radio booth experience with the voice of the Bears, a birthday bash, and much more. There is limited availability per game, so purchase your experience today at BaylorBears.com/group experiences to lock in your one-of-a-kind game day experience today.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Things up on tonight's Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank, here live from Rudy's. Thanks to our host at Rudy's. Thanks to Joey Scrivano, Baylor women's tennis coach, our leadoff guest tonight, and Coach Scott Drew with us as well. November 3rd, the season opener for Baylor men's basketball. They've got the exhibition game Sunday week, the 26th, in Indianapolis against Indiana. Baylor volleyball in action tonight, about 2 minutes from right now. They are home hosting Kansas State, first of 3 straight at home. Soccer on the road at TCU tomorrow, home hosting Utah on Sunday afternoon at 1 at Betty Lou May Mays Field. Soccer right now leading the Big 12 Conference, having a terrific season, and hope to continue that as they play at TCU tonight. Baylor football at TCU Saturday morning at 11 a.m. That game, our game sponsor, radio sponsor, is Syntex
10 seconds,
Roofing.
seconds.
And that's our show for tonight. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to our host here at Rudy's. We'll be back next Wednesday with another edition of the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. For now, good night from